How do I look, everyone? Julia chose my outfit today in the earrings. Apparently I'm ready for a very fancy party. And that is gonna be the theme of today's video, because we are gonna be ready for dinner with the queen today. Hello everyone! I'm here today doing a video that I had not planned to film today, but this is definitely what we're doing. Because today my daughter Julia has picked out the makeup that I'm gonna be putting on my face. So just sitting over there, I was just organizing all of my makeup. And sometimes she likes to help me like organize them by color or whatever. So she was coming in and she picked up one of the ones that's actually in this bag today and she's like, "Mommy, you should put this on your face." And I was like, "Oh, what else should I put on my face?" She went through my drawers, my new makeup, and she picked out all on her own some different products from each of the different categories that kind of like guided her through, and we have come up with a look that I want to share with you guys today. It was really fun picking out all this makeup with her. She has some interesting reasons as to why she chose some of these, which I'll share with you guys as well. But it was a fun activity, and since Julia isn't in any of our videos, I thought this would be like a fun way to incorporate her in a way that she feels comfortable. And so I hope you guys enjoy this video. Give it a thumbs up if you do, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And without further ado, let's get into this. All right, now that we're zoomed in and I've laid out all the products, wow, there is a theme happening in these products. We'll get into that. So first we're gonna start with the eye primer. This is by e.l.f. the Matte to Metal Eye Primer in Glimmering Gold. And it was chosen because it is shiny. And TBH, I totally would have done the same thing. I've never used this one before, hence in the packaging still, and it says here that it can be used underneath an eyeshadow to transform a matte texture to metallic. Cool. So we are going all out today. All right, I'm gonna concentrate this, I think, on the lid, because I don't... or just on the eyelashes, apparently. That is super streaky. Like, you can see chunks of glitter in certain areas, but not in others. I don't understand this eye primer. Now for eyeshadows, we have selected not one, not two, but 3 different eyeshadow palettes because my daughter is extra. And we had one specific shade from each of the palettes that needed to be included at all costs, so I'm gonna go over those with you. The first one is the NYX In Your Element Metal Palette, and the shade, anyone wanna take any guesses which shade was chosen? Anyone? Anyone? It's that one. Palette number 2 is the LORAC Mega Pro 4 palette, and the shade requested was this like gray blue, and it's metallic and it's steel wool. And then last but not least, the NYX In Your Element Fire palette, and she has requested this, oh, this has the thing on it. This shade right here, which I believe is a matte gold yellow. So here are the shades on my hand right here, so we're gonna come up with some form of look using these shades. I would say only really the matte one, the yellow shade, swatched pretty like chalky and streaky, but we'll see what it looks like on the eye. Other than that, they were all really creamy and easy to swatch. Okay, so now that we have the eyeshadow shades that are necessary for this look, let's get started. So I started out by putting a little bit of butterscotch into the crease and then went in with a tiny bit of mocha just to deepen it a little bit. I didn't want to do too much to the crease to start out with, just a little bit of definition. Then I went in with a little bit of Fix Plus on an angled brush and I dipped it into that sparkly pink shade, and then I applied that as a winged liner. And I definitely had to pat the glitter in and just be very precise with my application, just because I didn't have a glitter primer when I was using this. So went in with that, and then I wasn't really sure what to do with the matte gold, so I applied it at first just sort of to the inner corner and a little bit onto the lid, and then I took it off of the lid. I used a little bit of the Pink Peony shade from the LORAC palette just to sort of smooth everything out, and yeah, this is where we're at. And next up we're going to use the liner, and the one that Julia chose was the Pretty Vulgar eyeliner pencil in the shade Confidential because it was gold and shiny. Again, theme of today. So I'm going to apply this one as a tight line to the upper line just to make it a little bit more dramatic. For mascara today, Julia decided that I needed to use 2 because I needed to mix them together. We're actually choosing 2 from the drugstore. One I have used before and one I have not used before. So we're gonna start with the one that I haven't used before just so I can see how it wears. Oh, awesome. My waterline eyeliner is already going on to the lower lash line. So one that I've never tried before, this one is by Rimmel. This is their Wonderfully Real mascara with keratin in it. So according to the website, this is supposed to give you stunning length and volume, a false lash-like effect, which makes me not understand the wonderfully real aspect of the name. And then they go on to say that the formula ensures your noticeable yet natural lash look stays put all day. How can you have a false lash look and also natural? You can't have it both ways, Rimmel. So far it's really applying clumpy. Like, it is black, but clumpy. It is taking some real work to brush out all these clumps, everyone. That's what the mascara looks like, having brushed out as many of the clumps as I can. To be honest, it's not terrible, it's just like super clumpy. I love how black the formula is though, but before it dries, I'm gonna go in with the next one, which is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, the Gigi Hadid one. And Julia told me she liked this one because the wand was prickly and therefore good. I don't know if that's a quality I look for in my mascara wands, but it is for Julia. I'm just hoping that layering this on top will get rid of some of those clumps. All right, so there's the mascara on one eye and also all over my lids, and then none on the other eye. It's fine, but like, it's definitely not my favorite mascara. We'll see what it looks like on the other eye, and maybe it was just this particular lashes. Maybe I didn't take off all my mascara all the way, like last night, whatever. I don't know. Also, I have so much mascara on my lids. Oh. Now we're gonna go on to the face makeup, and we're gonna start with a primer. This is the YSL All Hours Primer. Anyone want to guess why she chose this one? Oh, my hands are covered in mascara. I should probably go wash these first. So let's see. This is supposed to be Flawless Matte Longwear Primer, SPF 18. I've never seen that before. What a random number. It looks like this. It is quite liquidy. And we're gonna apply this to the face. I like the All Hours foundation. I think it's really good. The All Hours primer is pretty good, although if I had to pick one, probably the foundation would be my favorite. For color corrector, she chose a classic. This is by Stila, and it is their Correct and Perfect palette. We're gonna choose this peachy shade for underneath the eyes. I'm gonna cancel out those lovely dark circles. I'm gonna use a little bit of the pink too, just to brighten that area a bit. For foundation today, we're gonna be testing out the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. Oh, matte. Matte again. This is a 14-hour wear foundation, and I have never tried it, so we're gonna see. This is the shade Porcelain, and that is the shade right there. That is definitely darker than porcelain, but all right. Careful, Rachel, don't get it into the earrings. Ooh, it smells all peachy. I like it. So far, I like how that applied, actually. I was worried this was gonna look really dry on my skin, but so far, so good. For concealer, we're going with the Tarte Shape Tape because it is zigzaggy, everyone. Zigzaggy. I'm just gonna apply a little bit underneath the eyes and on this giant zit up here. By the way, in case anyone is interested, this is probably one of my, actually this is my favorite concealer brush right now. It is by ColourPop, and I'm obsessed with it. It's like their small stippling brush. It's amazing. For powder today, we're gonna be using this one by Pure. This is their 4-in-1 Pressed Mineral Makeup, and it says here to use a chisel brush, or sorry, the chisel brush. I don't think I have that. Apply in circular motions to achieve an even, flawless finish. Circular motions. All right, well, we'll try that. Normally I would just use my velour puff, but they're specifically saying to apply it in circular motions, and I don't think I can achieve that the same way with a velour puff. I don't know how I'm supposed to make it go in like circular motions underneath the eyeball. I feel like that's not gonna work very well. Can't get under the eye really well, so we're just gonna use a velour puff for that. Let's just finish up the eye look. I'm gonna start by using this white pencil, and this wasn't specified in one of Julia's choices, but I'm gonna use it to have the blue shade on the tight line. I just want the whole like bright blue to pop. I feel like that's gonna look really good. Then I'm gonna take an angle brush and I'm gonna dip it into the shade here and just apply it right on top of that white line. These LORAC shades, PS, are like very dusty. Like they seem to blend out fairly well, but like as soon as I like tap my brush super gently into it, like tons of powder like comes up. It's crazy. The yellow is looking a little bit dark for me, so I think I'm gonna go and put some highlight in the inner corners when we get to that stage, but now we're gonna move on to the next thing. Bronzer today, Julia chose two. One was the NYX 3-Step to Sculpt like a trio, and then the other one was also her favorite, she told me, was the Ambient Nude Bronze Light, and so we are going to be using both of these today. Let's try this contour shade. This is not blending the way that I want it to. Why is it up so high? Now we're just gonna bronze this all up. Now we're gonna go on to blush, and then we're gonna do brows. Totally forgot about that part. And for blush today, Julia specifically requested this shade right here, and this worked out really well because I really love the Hourglass blushes, so this is awesome. For brows today, we're going to be testing out the NYX Build 'Em Up Powder Brow Filler, which was requested from Julia because it looked crusty? Question mark? Like, what a weird way to describe something that you want to put on your face. by being crusty. LOL, Julia. So this is what the product looks like. It is a fine tip applicator and it is a powder brow filler. So I'm just going to apply the product to my brows and just see how good this is. I don't like that there isn't something attached to it that I can use to like brush out my brows, but the product isn't terrible. Like, it wouldn't be my first choice, but it's not bad either. Now on to highlight, and again, Julia has chosen two. One is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops, and this is in Halo, and then the other one is the Huda Beauty Winter Highlighter Palette. So we got some fun colors to play with today. So I think for the inner corner, I'm gonna go with Northern Lights, this gold shade right here. Now that's better. Excellent. Now let's go in with a nice blue holographic highlight. Now blend that all out. Oh, nice and blue. Love it. Once you put it on, it gives a little bit of a pinky reflex to it as well, so it's still kind of flattering. I like it, I like it. But I do want more of it, so we're gonna do some more highlight here. And Christopher just brought me a nice little pumpkin spice latte. Quick tea break, because it's nice and warm, and usually I let my tea go stone cold before I get to drink it. Oh, it's so good. For lip products today, Julie has again chosen two different ones that she wants to see combined, mixed together, because when you're that age, you just want to be a scientist. Like if I had let her pick more, she would have picked all of them. So the two ones that she has chosen today, one is the Too Faced Melted Latex in Unicorn Tears, and then the other one is part of the My Little Pony ColourPop collection. I know, obviously. This is the Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Ponyland. So let's open this up. Oh, bright and sparkly pink. So for the Too Faced one, we have sort of like a purpley gray shine kind of a look. And then for ColourPop, we have more of a pinky undertone with some shimmer in it. All right. Okay, I can work with that. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to apply the ColourPop one all over the lips and then use the Unicorn Tears in the center of the lip and just sort of see what that looks like. Wow, that is, not exactly matching. You know, this is kind of fun. It was kind of cool to like have to play with colors that I wouldn't normally reach for. So now that we're zoomed out, I want to talk a little bit about the products, both good and bad in terms of my first impression. I will update you guys at the end of the day and show you how this has all held up though. In terms of products that I really like, this one I have used before, but it's the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Volume 3. These shades are all really, really beautiful. I love this blush color. I like the mixture of the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation and the All Hours Primer. I don't know where it went. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. These two, despite being matte products, and I'm always a little bit hesitant to use like really, really mattifying products, but this so far is not making my skin look really dry or really cakey in any way, just a nice, clean matte finish. So like these so far. The products that were just okay for me were the NYX Build 'Em Up Powder Brow Filler. It's fine, it worked, like I can see it in my brows. It's just not my favorite in terms of application. The eyeshadow palettes, to be honest, again, just in terms of first impression, I will play around with all of these again. None of them really jumped out to me. They didn't really wow me in any way. I want to play around with the metal one with a glitter primer on and just see. I think that will just make a huge difference in terms of not only the longevity of how it holds up, but also in terms of how much it pops with the glitter and everything. The products that I did not really like from a first impression standpoint would be the e.l.f. Matte to Metal Eye Transformer. It was just glitter on my eyelid. It didn't really seem to make a difference in terms of like if the colors on my eyes showed up matte or metallic. So this was kind of a bust for me. And then the other one would be the Wonderfully Real mascara from Rimmel. I love the fact that it was super, super black, but it was so chunky in terms of the formula. We'll play around with it a little bit more, but in terms of a first impression, didn't really love it. So with that, now I'm going to go about my day and I will check in with you guys at the end of the day and show you what is up. Hey guys, so it is now the end of the day and I desperately need to wash my hair. Oh my goodness, it's so greasy. But I was just sitting here and swatching some of the colors, and so I was like, I'm just gonna turn on my camera and tell you guys what is going on with my makeup. So first of all, the foundation and the primer together is amazing. It is not transferred, it is not moved off of my face. I'm really impressed. The mascara and the liner though are starting to show up underneath my eyes a little bit. I really like the Pretty Vulgar, like the nude one, this one right here. This one is awesome. The black one seems to transfer a lot though. Obviously the gloss is gone off of my lips, but it didn't seem really sticky or tacky throughout the day. The brows are still looking like they are in place, and the eyeshadow is fine. You can see the swatches right here, they're quite pigmented. I would say the texture is a little bit rougher, I guess is the best way to describe it. They aren't as like smooth and soft and creamy as some of the other shadows that I've tried. So I will test these out, maybe for like a buy or buy on NYX or something. I don't know, maybe that's coming soon in the next couple of weeks, I don't know. So I'm gonna take off my makeup and I'm gonna go shower because this isn't cute. And that's everything for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and give a thumbs up for Julia for taking the time to like help me pick out all these products today. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And that's everything. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful week so far, and we'll see you guys all in my next video. Love you girls. Mwah.